Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing these holographic coaster molds, but I thought of a new idea, and that is I have these resin scraps that when I did some other coasters, I was coating them and it dripped off the side and I let it dry. And then my idea was to coat them with mica powders, and then my idea is I'm going to put a little bit of clear resin in these molds, and then because when you take this out you flip it over and that's your top side because that's where the holographic part is. I'm going to place these upside down this way so that when I take it out they will be on top. So I'm going to put a little clear coat, put these in however I wish, and then I'm going to put maybe a light color on the back. I'll let that cure up a little bit and then I'll put a light color on the back. So as you can see, I have all these little scrap pieces here of resin on my table. And this is a good way to use up any scraps, and if you don't want to waste, because those of you that use resin, you know that this stuff is not cheap. So I'm going to show you really quick. I'm using Galaxy Purple here, kind of a reddish purple chameleon. And then I'll be using Snow Queen. This is one of my favorites. And then this next one is also a favorite, is Peacock Blue. And these are all chameleon powders. And this one is a different brand. This is Magic White. It's kind of a pearl white. Not sure how that's going to look, but I'm going to use those colors together. And hopefully this will turn out good. I have no idea how this is going to work, but we're going to use those colors. So I'm just going to pat this on a little bit. If you brush it, it may not stay completely. As you see, it kind of brushes off. So I'm kind of pat this on a little bit and then blow just a tiny bit. That will help get any excess off but keep the rest on there. So I'm just gonna coat a bunch of these with the different mica powders I have here, and hopefully this will work. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before. I've never used leftover resin pieces, so we'll see. Hopefully this does work, because that way it'll be a good source of using leftover products, because I hate to really throw things away, especially things like resin, because it's so expensive. I'm going to try this white here on a couple of little pieces. This white is really pretty. I'm not sure, you probably can't see on camera just yet, but I'll lift a piece up here in just a second to show you, because it's like a pearlescent, and it's just so pretty. So I'm not sure if that's showing up on camera, but it's like a pinky purple kind of color. I'll see if I can show you a bigger piece in a minute here. I just wanted to do a couple of small pieces. But yeah, this color is so pretty. Let's do this one here and see. Yeah, this one you can see much better. It's a little bigger, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's like a pinkish, purpley, depending on the light that hits it. So today's kind of a quiet day in my craft room. You might be able to hear the birds a little bit, but I'm surprised that there's no leaf blowers going on because tomorrow's garbage day and our neighbor usually has gardeners coming before garbage day. So it's kind of a quiet day here. All right, let's do this big piece here. I think I'm gonna see if I can break this into 2 pieces because it's kind of big, but I don't know if it'll work. So I just bent it a couple times and it worked great. I'm gonna do a big one in the white. I'm gonna go ahead and mix my resin off camera. And one thing I wanted to note about that is that I haven't really said it much in my videos, but always when you're mixing resin, especially if you're not in a well-ventilated area, that you should be wearing a respirator mask because even though you can't smell it, the resin is very toxic to your lungs, and the more you're exposed to it, the worse it can become for you. So again, don't forget to wear proper equipment when you're mixing resin. So I will be doing it off camera and I will be right back. All right, we're back. So if you guys have been watching long enough, my channel, you would know that I always seem to have extra resin. I always have do a little extra most of the time. So that's going to happen again today because when I mix this, I wasn't thinking that I only need just a little bit on the bottom before I put my leftover resin pieces on. Then I have to let that cure for a little bit until I pour the next layer over to have the colored back. And that is because if I pour straight over the clear with the color, it's just going to blend together. So as usual, my brain was not working properly. So again, we will have some extras. So what I'm going to do is pour a little bit into each mold here. And this is going to kind of act as a glue for the resin pieces to stick into. And you just need enough to coat the bottom. Now I'm going to stick these pieces in, and I'm going to lift them up with my X-Acto knife so that I try not to rub. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do my tweezers. That way I can flip it over because I need to be able to flip it over. So I'm going to grab it with my tweezers, and I'm just going to lay them any old way. No rhyme or reason. And I'm just going to put them in piece by piece, and you can add as many or as little as you want. It's up to you. All right, that's looking good so far. And if you guys are new here, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. I try to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but that doesn't always happen. But I try to keep at least to a 3-day schedule. But yeah, it would be appreciated if you subscribed and hit the like button on these videos if you want to see more. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next one. And again, like I said, we're just laying these any way you want. No rhyme or reason. And as you can hear, we've got the noise back with some construction going on. So like I said, there's always something going on, it seems like here. Never a dull moment. But for me, it's kind of white noise. I almost don't even hear it half the time. Whoops. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to turn out pretty good. We'll see, but so far it looks like it might turn out. And if you guys have any ideas of things that you would like to see me do or test out, let me know down in the comments. I'm always up for suggestions if you guys have things that you'd like to see. You know, like I said, I'm always open for that. Alright, so it looks like I may need a few more pieces to fill this guy up. So I'm going to take my blue here, or actually this is kind of the purplish one. And I have a couple pieces here I'm gonna do up. Because I had quite a few big pieces, but not as many small pieces as I thought I would. There we go, that should be good. Alright, so we're gonna get these guys in. And I like these odd shaped pieces. They look unique and make it not so uniform. Whoops. There we go. All right, one last piece, and I'm actually gonna put this one in here because I feel like this is a little sparse also. It's got a lot of small pieces, but all right, so now we're gonna let this sit. I'm just gonna push it off to the side here a little bit, make room for my second piece, because as I said, this has to cure up for probably about 3 or 4 hours. Maybe not 3, probably like 2 hours actually, before I can get it ready for the next step. So the second piece I'm going to do, I've done this mold once before. This is the half moon mold. And the way I'm going to do this is with some alcohol inks, but instead of dripping it on like I did last time and then pouring the alcohol or the resin over it, I am going to do it differently. I'm going to put some resin in my cups. I've got these little 1 ounce cups here. I'm going to put some resin in there and then mix the alcohol ink inside. And then I will pour in layers and see what that gets us. Alright, so I'm going to use this Wild Plum by, what is it? Who is this? Oh, this is Ranger. So I'm using this Wild Plum here, and I'm just going to add several drops to my resin there. And let's see. Oh, you know what? I got my new ones too. I forgot that I had got these new ones. They're off to the side here, so I'm going to use some of these as well. And then let's go into this kind of a peachy color. It's called Wine. These are the new Vividye inks that I just got. Ooh, that's pretty. That's like it's a metallic. It's like a peachy orange. I'm gonna add a little bit more to that. I think that's gonna be gorgeous. And then I'm gonna use this cyan. I don't know if you say it right. Cyan. This kind of greenish blue. Oh, this one hasn't been opened yet. Gotta cut the tip off of that one. Oh, that one's beautiful too. And these are not opaque, transparent colors, so they're not going to, you know, they'll be, you'll be able to see through the colors through the mold, but I think it'll still look beautiful like that. I like a transparent look sometimes. It just depends what you're going for, but I think it'll look gorgeous. Look at that. It's like a greenish, bluish. And this is that wine metallic color. This one you can't see as much, actually. I'm going to add a different color to that because I feel like that one's not even going to show up. Let's do orange with that one. Make it a little bit more colored, because that one, like I said, it's just not showing up very well. Because I think it's because it's metallic. There we go. That's better. Oh, and you know what I'm gonna do? I just thought about this. I have this white mica flakes that I think would be absolutely gorgeous in here. I'm not gonna add it to all of it because otherwise it will overtake. Oh, I forgot I have one more color here to do. Let's see how this works. This is a metallic silver, it looks like. This might be the same as the other metallic I used. It might not show up very well, but we're gonna see. Give it a try and see what happens. Oh, this one actually shows up okay. This one looks good. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's see if you can see that. That's beautiful. Let me just clean this. I just had an idea. I don't know if it showed up on camera because I couldn't see in my viewfinder, but I just dropped right here a little bit of this silvery resin as I was mixing it, was showing it to you guys. So if you wanted to make droplets like I had with the leftover resin, like if you want to do it intentionally, that would be a cool way to do it, and then you'd get different designs. So you could just drop your resin on your silicone mat and then wait for it to cure and use the drops like that. That would be awesome. That might be something I would try in the future. So I think I'm going to add, this is the flaky powder I have. I'm going to add this to my silver. And like I said, you don't need too much. And I don't want to add it to all the colors because then it will, I think it will just overtake. This will spread anyways. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful if you can see that in there. Oh, it's like this white, flaky, iridescent. Okay, so now I'm going to start pouring just in layers, one color at a time. So I'm going to start with the pink, and then I'm going to move on to the green, greenish blue. And then I'm going to do silver and then some orange. It looks like I may even have a little bit left over from this too, because you can see that this is almost filled up already. And I'm going to squeeze this just a tiny bit to make sure that it gets into all the corners. All right, that is gorgeous. I may have overfilled just a little bit, but that's all right. We can fix that when it comes out if it seems to be an issue. All right, so we're going to let this cure up, and I will come back for the next step in a couple of hours when these coasters are ready to fill the next color. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey, we're back, guys. And it's been about 2.5 hours now. So I'm ready to do my second layer of my resin here. And what I'm gonna do, I've decided to do some alcohol ink, this cyan or cayenne color. I'm gonna add some of that into there. And then I'm also going to add, because I really, really like this flaky mica powder. Well, it's not a powder, but the flaky mica. This, I really love this stuff here. This is Heidi. I'm going to add a little bit of that to it. Don't need much. And I'm going to mix that up and toss that in. And I have quite a bit here. I'm not going to use all of that because I'm in the process of filming another video, and I'm going to use some of this for the portion of that as well. So you'll see this in another video coming up after this one. The same color here, but that is stunning. I love that. Transparent with a little bit of shine from the mica flakes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just dump enough just to cover. And this time it looks like I may have not mixed enough. I have enough for this, but I probably won't have enough for the other project that I was going to do. So I'll mix a little bit more up for the video for that, because I think I have just enough for this here. Actually, I was wrong. Let me mix up just a little bit more. All right. Let's dump a little bit more of this in there. That should be good. I'm just gonna push this out to the side. Hey, we're back and we're ready to unmold these guys. So they look pretty cool from the back side. Let's see what they look like from the front side, if you can. Whoa, that's cool. I love these holographic ones. They just, you can see on the camera when I'm moving it how the holographic changes the design. And you can actually see the things I put in there. They're not as bright as I thought they would be, but to me it kind of reminds me of like, it kind of looks like outer space. If I had done it in black, I wonder what it would have looked like in black. That would have made it look more outer spacey. All right, let's see the next one. This one's cool too. I love how they're different shapes. So this just goes to show you that you can save a bunch of things from your artwork to use it in other pieces. So this one, I think the mold on this one is kind of worn out. It's not quite showing as holographic as the other one. And actually you can tell by looking at the mold too. See, if you see, it's kind of dull looking. And this was the first one, not quite as dull. So I got these on Amazon. You know, they got good reviews, but I think that people didn't test them long-term use. So that kind of makes a difference, is, you know, testing them long-term. So I've had these for quite a while. Not all molds are good forever, so that's just one thing to note. And then we got this one here. This one's really showing the holographic. And again, I love the different shapes of the resin pieces that I put in here. All right, let's go to this next piece here. Again, this one's really holographic too. That one mold, I guess, I'm not sure what happened to it. They were a set, but I'm not sure what happened to that one. And also, I'm just going to show you really quick. You can see that I overfilled the mold just a little bit right here. So an easy way to get rid of that is just take your X-Acto knife and just trim it off. Easy money. That's all you got to do with this. So there's a couple of those that kind of spilled over. No big deal. Just trim it right off. And then if it's still a little rough, you can smooth it with some sandpaper. All right, so there you go. Let me just kind of quickly show you those again, and let's see, take a look at the back side. The back side, you can't really see the, unless you're looking right at it, but on camera it's kind of hard to see the resin pieces in there. But when I flip it over, you can definitely see with the holographic. So there's that one. We got this guy. And then we got this one and the last one here. So I think all of these came out really cool. I might try this again with a black background, and maybe those will pop a little bit more, the colors on the inside. But overall, I think they look really cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And also, again, if you're new here, welcome. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And for those of you who have been watching for quite a while, thank you so much. Your comments and likes really help my videos hit the algorithm to get out there to reach other people. So I would appreciate it if you shared with anybody that you think might enjoy these videos. All right, we are going to unmold this bonus piece here. And I have a feeling that this turned out beautiful. But we'll see once we get it out here. This one is a little bit tricky to get out because of the shape. And right now it's not fully cured, but that's okay because we can kind of bend it back into shape. Those of you who've been watching long enough know that I get impatient. I like to see things right away. So this is good enough for me to get it out and fix it. There we go. Perfect. That looks gorgeous. I love how you can still see through it. Next time I might try, I didn't add the white flake to each one because I thought that it would kind of disperse a little bit. But either way, I think it looks absolutely stunning. So let me know what you guys think of this one. And also, I keep forgetting to let you guys know that I do take custom orders. So I always leave my email and my information down below. If you guys ever want to order anything, you know, let me know. I do custom orders. So that being said, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and Please, if you are new here, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below. For those of you who have been watching for a while now, I really appreciate you watching and commenting on my videos. It really helps with the algorithm of getting my channel out there. So I appreciate it, all of you, whether you're new or you've been here for a while. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.